Cheers. Boom, boom. It's over there. Surprised it's even working. It's because it was on the table over there. You probably still can't. Good job I hadn't started. How does that sound? Earpiece. So everything else before that was technical issues. That was just driver error. I took my earpiece out because it was annoying me having it in there when I couldn't do anything with it, and then I put it on the table over there. So you could actually hear me, I guess, but it was very quiet. I guess it's not quiet now. Probably just blown you out of your living rooms. So yeah, we're starting. We're off. I was going to say that we're leaving Newcastle, but we're kind of probably not quite leaving Newcastle yet because we were right up the north end of it. So we're probably going to go through maybe a little bit of it, although it looks like we're heading off. I might scroll back on that and have a look, shall I? Let's have a look. See, just so you can have a look at the general direction. Oh yeah, we're kind of... No, we've still got to go. We've still got to go over the Tyne, and then we do still hug the east coast. In fact, we head right up to the edge of the east coast. Makes sense. The next place is called Seaham. I guess it was going to be by the coast. So yeah, I will get back in there so you can see the details. That's for you loyal on there right from the beginning people. You got to see that, they didn't. Whoever they are. That's close enough, isn't it? You can see any landmarks that are coming up. Cool. Let me know if you want it a bit closer, but I think that's probably in about the right place. So, without further ado, I will start pedalling properly. Got my sunglasses on, got my cup of tea, got a coat on at the moment because this wind's quite cold at the moment, but I'm sure this will come off quite soon because there's kind of like, it's weird, there's like a cold wind and the heat from the sun at the same time. But I think once I warm up cycling, we'll be away. How is everyone today? Yeah, I'm good today actually. I had a meeting today and I was able to share my woes of yesterday and see them for the comedy that they were. So that made me feel a lot better. And I'm already I'm seeing the funny side of this. I'm looking for the funny sides of this anyway. So but it was exactly 3/4 of an hour ago, and even though I had the stream up and running, it was actually running. What, 10, 15 minutes before we started. And the minute I said hello, and now my computer won't actually turn off, so I can't reset what was ever the problem with it. It's decided that as soon as you go to shut it down, it just carries on running. The screen goes off, but nothing else does. So maybe that will fix itself once you aren't watching. Yeah, it's a good old computer trying to do an update, even though I said I don't want the update. This gear feels very easy. Maybe I'm refreshed and ready. New shorts arrived today with the proper liners in them, so I'm looking forward to a very comfortable ride. Maybe not. We'll see. Should do. Took James's advice. He's also got a orange outfit. She's offered to bring round for me to try. Also, on a slightly good news situation. Friend of mine, give him a shout out because as a thank you, Colin Hooper. I'll give him another shout out later on because nobody's probably on at the moment other than Ed and Linda. But I'm telling you because you deserve to know. Yeah, rang Colin up, told him about my issues and things. Oh, I've got a guest from Ed and Anita. I shall write those down in a second. Yeah, so talking to Colin about the problems I've been having and my thoughts on it. And it sounds like it is probably the Ethernet cable that brings the internet out to here. I told him what cable I had and that it's a flat one. He said, you definitely need, if you're going to run a cable that long, there's no problem to running a cable that long, but it's got to be shielded. What he was saying was that if you think of it, it's just like a massive great aerial that can pick up any kind of internet. So if you could listen to what was coming through that cable, it would be everybody's bits and pieces basically. So it should be a shielded cable, and if it's a flat cable like mine is, there is no way, even if they said it's a shielded cable, it's a shielded cable, because a shielded cable, by the nature of its makeup, has to be round, because when they shield the wires together, they have to have a certain amount of twists per meter for it to work as well. So it has to be twisted and shielded, and that isn't. So there is a possible solution to the internet's dropout. I'm not saying it will be the solution, but he is pretty certain that that's what it is. I trust his judgment. I'm not going to blame him if it's not, because obviously it could be something to do with the laptop or anything. But I gave him my computer speeds. We did speed tests on the computer, and they all came up. They come up absolutely brilliant. The speed that we get on our internet here is amazing. I'll pick that up afterwards. People will be jealous of it, but there is that problem. There is another possible problem, that the extension line in the phone line, because he's a phone engineer as well as a computer, he's a computer phone engineer, or was, runs his own company now, which is called Bulldog. Is it Bulldog Enterprises or is it just Bulldog? Look it up, Google it. If you need any kind of internet stuff, as in not internet, not in buying internet stuff. If you've got a company and you want to get your networks set up and all that kind of stuff, that is the kind of stuff he does. Oh, I've got Lucy on as well now. Or I got Matt and Lucy, but I got Matt and Lucy, maybe, unless I got Matt and Lucy on. Who knows? And I got a hello Richard. Hello Lucy. And Matt. Be nice if you were both on, then I could tell which one's speaking. What was I going to say? Yeah. So that's kind of it. But a lot of those things you can't really sort out at the moment, because he's saying about you could have noise on the line, and the BT engineer would need to fix it and should fix it for free, because you shouldn't have noise on your line. Who's going to get BT internet calling around in the house in these situations if the internet is okay? If it stopped working completely, you probably would. But thank you for your advice, Colin. Not the first bit of advice Colin has ever given me. I have a massive amount of respect for this bloke in other areas as well. Most of the things, bowls-wise, in the higher end that I've achieved have been through advice from him. He's a good sort, let's say. I've bigged him up enough now. He doesn't need any more than that. Linda knows him. He's a lovely chap. Got a lovely family. Lovely kids, lovely chap. Known him a long, long time. We were both kind of youngsters when we first met each other. Well, there's been a few little black clouds around. It got a bit intense cloud-wise a little while ago, but it does say on the weather forecast 0 rain. So I'm going to finish my tea and then I'm going to write those mileage down. And then I'm going to get cycling because I've got the gear to cycle now. Proper shorts. I've got these little clip things that hold your inner shorts up to your shorts. It's all technical stuff, this. And they look weird. So they must be real cycle shorts. The more real cycle stuff is, the more weird it looks, I think. You get a standard pair, if you get a pair of cycle shorts that just look like a pair of shorts, and you know they're not that good. If you get a pair of cycle shorts that make you look weird, then you know they must be good. So I'm trying to get on the bike a bit quick so you don't see. It's just very, I don't know, maybe I'm just not a cycle shape. Well, I know I'm not a cycle shape, I'm a person shape, but maybe I'm the wrong person shape. Okay, so let's write these guesses down. We have Anita as guessed 24.5. And Ed, or me, is 25. Was it Anita that yesterday? I think it was Anita won it yesterday, if I remember rightly. Right, that's those down. No excuse now other than to get on, get cycling. And it does. Whether I've had a little strength boost in my muscles have grown that little bit. But at the moment, it just feels easy. But I am not going to be tempted into going up a gear yet. Let's embrace the easy for a bit. And wait for the hard a bit later on. Can't believe I'm cycling in a jacket. Oh yeah, one more sleep and I get to go out. Woohoo! Go for a trip to the doctors. Exciting. Well, it'd be exciting unless I catch the corona, I suppose, but you know, it's exciting, isn't it? He says, coughing. I do actually need a cough sweet. There it is. I do cough quite a lot. Not as much as I used to when I was smoking, but as Nita will agree to. Put it there, will it stay there? Lucy and Matt have had a guess. And their guesses are Lucy. Let's guess 24. .8. The Lady Gallagher's are in the 24s. And Matt, 26.3. I better get cycling then. Matt's is the highest of the guesses so far. I better get cycling. 2.2, that's pathetic. 16 minutes. Should have done 15 miles in that. 60 mile an hour. All the way. That'd be 16 miles. I know my maths. Kind of. I had one of those days today of doing lots of stuff and getting nothing done. Anybody else had one of those days? Doing lots of stuff and getting nowhere kind of thing. It would be really, really good. I know it's not going to happen, but it would be really, really good if this one now didn't stop until the end of the stream, because that would save me a few hours of editing then, and then I could maybe catch up tonight on the other bits. I kind of made that meal that I was talking about last night, or yesterday evening, sorry, with the salami and the sausages, with the bits of potato, slightly parboiled and fried, and then drained chopped tomatoes, mushrooms, and then it was the herbs and spices. That had to be right, basically, just to try and give it that kind of Spanishy kind of taste to it. So that was the bit I was kind of most pleased with myself, was the kind of the flavour that I got out of the herbs and stuff, herbs and spices. I really liked it. Did have that kind of like sort of tasty Spanish peasant food kind of taste. I liked it anyway. I don't know if Linda liked it. She probably hated it. She probably thought it was disgusting. Where's my cursor? There it is. Put it out of the way. Put it somewhere safe. There we go. Up in that corner where there's nothing. Don't put it near an on and off button. That's the first time in a while that the multi-stream chat has come up for me. Can't see a lot of it because the sun's shining a bit on it, but weird sun effect behind the camera. Obviously you can't see it because the camera's facing this way, where the sun's obviously shining off the window behind me and then onto our wall where we got plants along it, and it's like directly on one plant, as though it's like spotlighting a plant. I think it's time to take a jacket off. No. I haven't thrown it on the ground. I'm not that disrespectful of my clothes. There's a mat down there which is covering the cable so I don't trip over it. Jo says she's done it, but nothing happened. She said she sent who did she send? She sent a message to Swindon Advertiser and BBC Wiltshire. None of them got back. I guess I'm not I was going to say Major Tom, Captain Tom. But Linda, don't know how she managed to do it today while she was working, but somehow she managed to send a message to Heart Radio, because it's my birthday on Friday, to say what a wonderful man I am, and how much she loves me, and that I'm doing this ride, and given her phone and email address. Word this right. Yeah, that's very nice of her to do that, and good thinking. May have had a bit to do with it. Nick's just sent a message saying, brain dead tonight. So glad your legs are still working. Where's that? I think that's from Steam. That's a Steam message. It hasn't come up in chat. It won't come up in chat. It's kind of down in the corner. Suggests it's a Steam message. Or a Discord message, which is a different kind of chat. Chat forums. They're mainly for gaming. Well, I'm not sure I'm ready for the jacket off yet. I think the advice would be pedal faster then. Get warmer. What speed am I doing? I'm doing about the right speed. It does though, it does feel just... I shouldn't knock it really, but it does feel a little bit easy at the moment. But we've got a long way to go. I'm not saying how far we've got to go, but we've got a long way to go. I don't know whether he's managed to get on or whether he got scared off at the beginning or even tried to get on, but I will say hello to Dave Irwin. Who's Dave Irwin? You may well ask. He is the owner, as far as I know he's the owner, of number 16, Seaham. I haven't spoke to him in person, but we've had a little text conversation, and he offered to put my fundraising thing up on his social media, which is very kind of him, because that's not the reason I'm ringing those people up. It's more to support them, really, and say hello, and I'm staying at your place and hope everything goes okay for you. So if he does do that, then that's brilliant. If he doesn't, doesn't matter, that's fine. But thank you. And he seemed like a nice bloke on the text. I'll show you some pictures of that later. If you were here at the beginning, I forgot myself and started putting the pictures on while the stream was live, actually. So you probably saw me compiling the page up very quickly because I suddenly realised I forgot to do it. So there's a few pictures of it. I think I recognised some of the rooms, and then I didn't look into it, but as I was Googling it to get some images, I definitely need my coat on, getting some images. No, I'm going to resist. Then I saw something about 4 in a bed, so I think possibly it may have been in 4 in a bed. Which is where people stay at each other's B&Bs and rate them. It's like Love Island for B&Bs. Not that I've watched Love Island, but I have watched 4 in a bed. It's weird that 4 in a bed sounds more racy than Love Island, yet we know which one is the rude one. Yeah, very comfortable, these trousers. They seem in a way a lot tighter, not as in tight, but as in that they're closer to the skin than the other ones that I had, although they were. The other ones I had, Madison ones, are supposed to be good ones. But they don't like kind of restrict your movement. Here's Nick. You see YouTube chat isn't working. Oh yes it is. I think Ed and Lucy will disagree with that, because I can see YouTube chat. Maybe your channel's gone. Somebody's stolen your channel, Nick. I was typing brain dead tonight. At least your legs are still working. Yeah, I saw that come up at the bottom. Maybe. Yeah, I know it came up at the bottom. You weren't on the video itself. You must have been on another one, because I've restarted it a couple of times. So there'll be more than one stage 21. You need to go on the one with the little live button at the bottom, but sometimes the little live button stays at the bottom of the previous one for a little while. So you'd need to, if you went on YouTube now, and then you might have to click on a couple. It should be all right now. If you've gone out of YouTube and back in, you'll probably be all right, and you'll only find the one live channel. So if you look for the one that's done about 4.5 miles, then you know that's the live one. I'm glad I wasn't the only one having problems. No, that's not true. I'm not glad you haven't had any problems. I'm just glad that it's just a normal thing. Problems are normal. Problems are normal, aren't they? Crikey, it'd be a boring life if there weren't any. So I suppose I could have a little go at getting in touch with the papers. Again, I could really push it and get in touch with every local paper that we ride through. That would be. We've got enough tasks on at the moment. But yeah, I will give them. Joe's had a go, nothing, so maybe I'll have a go and see whether second time round keep pestering. They might answer eventually. I suppose they're possibly only covering the bare minimum, so I don't know. I haven't seen a Swindon advertiser to see what that's like these days. I imagine there's not masses in it. Certainly the sports area is going to be a little bit short, isn't it? How are you anyway, Nick? I think I've asked everybody how they are. Hi, Rich. Sorry so late. On tonight? Yeah, I know, because I was ready and willing to go at 5:30, and we've just been waiting around for you. Basically, that's why I've only done 5 miles. Yeah. The others were saying, "No, go on, go for it." And I said, "No, I'm not starting until Joe comes along." And then eventually at 6:15, I thought I'd better start. Now here you are, 7:15. What time do you call this? We started late again. More problems. Well, we didn't start late actually. We started about 10-15 minutes early, and then it all went black at exactly, well, the point where I said hello. Everything cut off. You want to get your guesses in, Joe? Mileage wise, feel free. Not brain dead tonight. Watching wrong stream. Told you. That was me in the past. That was me. I'm Doctor Who, I am. Right, let's get that back up. Ooh, click. Clickety click click. Now we just have to go across. So, because obviously some people will be watching this as a recording. Nick sometimes does, I think. So we're crossing the River Tyne. So it won't be long before we're out of Newcastle. We're definitely in Newcastle at the moment, because we started in Newcastle. We're now crossing the River Tyne, so I guess we're still in Newcastle. Big place, Newcastle, isn't it? 5 miles we've done from there, and we're probably halfway through Newcastle. Oh, the sun's come out. Beautiful. Pardon me. If we can get the chat up and running, we feel that does the job. Oh, that's not the right letter. H-E, hello, F-B. Is that going to come up? There we go. Oh, it's purple. Beautiful. Put a little pingity ping up. There it is. There will be that stream. Let's go out of that now. Shut down. Shut that app. Shut that app. This was Larry Grayson, wasn't it? Shut that door. Face. YouTube. YouTube. There I am. Right, let's see if we can get this onto multi-stream. Nope. Maybe. Oh, that's capitals. I don't want that. I might have to give up my heart rate monitor because I'm feeling like I need a wee wee. Hello. I do. Come on, come up on mainstream. Show us you care. I'm talking to my own chat. Ed has liked the stream as well. A new one. New stream. New energy. No, it hasn't come up on mainstream, but that's fine because I've got it here. I've got that one there, got that one there. Just a flick between the two. So, yeah, we have just crossed the River Tyne. Where's the bog? It's not in relation to me needing the wee. That's in relation to bog on the Tyne. It's all mine, all mine. Top chat. Live chat. 3 people on Facebook. 3 views. Cool. Here we go. So, 6.3 miles in. That happens on an average. It's not terrible, is it? Turn it off, turn it on again, find the channel. I do my bit, you do your bit. We get to the end. Yeah, I can save all the other sensors when I go to the loo because they're time based. So as long as I can get to the loo and back again before the sensors time out, they'll be alright because they're all here. The one that I can't do anything about is the heart sensor, because that's more about the fact that if I take it off me, it stops, so we lose it. If I go to the loo with it on, it's too far away, so it disconnects. So either way, I'm done. And I don't think the ride budget includes having a loo fitted into the shed, or that'd be quite handy. Maybe a bucket. I think I'll just hang on or not worry when the heart sensor goes, basically. We've ridden without it before. It's no biggie. Just means I don't know whether I'm alive or not. that half glass of Coke that I had. I thought I'd treat myself to half a glass of Diet Coke. And now I'm regretting it. And it's not warm enough to sweat it off. It's a bit warmer than it was. I'm fine now. I was regretting taking the jacket off. Yeah, I think if the internet logs off again, that will be my cue to quickly nip and have a wee wee. So when we come back on, we may not have the heart sensor. If I lose all the sensors, then obviously I've got to just quickly restart the map from where we left off and make a note of how far we've gone. Which is it's not the hardest thing in the world to have to do on this. There's some much more bigger problems than that can come up. I can live with that one if I have to do it. It did drop. Whoever said that. Why can't I see that on? I can't see that on my chat. Oh, there it is. Back again. Did the Wi-Fi drop? Oh yes. No, the Wi-Fi didn't drop because you can't stream on Wi-Fi. It'd be nice. It would be very, very simple if you could, because I could just bring all this stuff out here. Job done. You have to be hardwired in with an Ethernet cable to stream. Because if I was on Wi-Fi, it probably wouldn't even start up. It would be so intermittent. Wi-Fi signal is like that, basically. Whereas Ethernet cable is a little bit more stable. Obviously not stable enough for me, but that's to do with the cable, which I've already talked about. But I shall tell you, Nick. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine who's a big expert in all things networking and all of computers and all of that kind of stuff. I explained about this, what I'm doing, the setup and things like that. And I explained the cable that I got and that I thought maybe it's the cable. And he pretty much can confirm that you definitely need, if you've got any cable of any length, other than possibly like a 1 or 2 meter one, that goes directly from, on your desk, from laptop to internet. And even those should be shielded, but the long ones absolutely should be, because they're like, if they're not shielded, they're like giant aerials that soak up all the internet stuff that's flying around in the air. I thought mine would be shielded, but it's a flat cable, and Colin reliably informs me that if it's a flat cable, there's no way it can be shielded, because of the way that a shielded cable is designed. It has to be round, because you have to have so many twists per meter, and all the shielded stuff has to be twisted inside the shield as well for it to work. So it isn't, and that is possibly why we're getting what we're getting. So hopefully, if I can get hold of a shielded cable, we'll be brilliant. We'll never lose the internet again. If you believe that, you're not even an 8th intelligent as I think you are, and you're pretty intelligent. No, in fact, I think I'd go as far as to say you'd have to be a 32nd or 32nd of your intelligence to actually be gullible enough to believe that we'll never lose the internet again. With the new cable, as it stands, with this cable, and it's kind of almost, in a way, it's kind of, I don't know, knowing what probably the reason is, has made it, taken the pressure off a little bit, because it's like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. If it's the cable, until I can get a replacement cable, there's nothing I can do about it. And the ones that arrive quickly are really expensive, and the quality ones are the same quality that don't arrive quickly aren't. So I have had to opt for the not arrive quickly, because there's no point buying another cheap one at the end of the day. So I want one that's within my realm. So I might have to wait a little while and make do with what we got. So on our way to Seaham, before we're going to lose it, suggests that we've actually got signal. According to that, we're all right. I'm going to keep going. We're back again. Woohoo! Didn't lose it. I had faith in it. I saw it had frozen on the phone, a bit like I am at the moment. So I'm going to put a jacket on. But luckily I've got these little counters down the bottom now, and the bandwidth was not showing 0, it's showing 2000 and something. So I thought, that has not given up yet, and if it's not giving up, I'm not giving up, and it's come back, so that's good. It's one less time that we've got to rejoin. Well, you've got to rejoin, and then I've got to rejoin in a different way. Sorry, I'll say that again. You got to rejoin, and I got to rejoin in a different way. I know that when I fiddle with that, you can't hear me. But it also means it's one more time that I don't get to go for a wee. But riding. Well, because I start going faster now. Let's get up to 10 miles and then see where we go from there. Get to 15, I know that I'm more than halfway, because I'm not doing 30s during the week. The only way I'll be doing 30s is when I do a 20 and a 10, when I start doing the morning rides, which I'm not sure I'll be starting this week, because tomorrow morning I desperately need to cut the grass. I'm hoping the front's got long enough, because I'd like to cut the front and the back, because it'd be nice to do that. So that's my priority tomorrow, is cut that grass. I've got a bit of trimming to do first of all before I can cut it, because there's bits that I can't cut with a mower, because I don't want to suck up all the seeds into the fly mower. I think I'm going to get to 10 miles and then I'm going to have to do a quick dash to the loo. I guess it won't be the first time it happens. I just don't want to stop the map, so I'd rather have the heart rate not working and have the full distance on the map, because the miles are more important than the heart rate at the end of the day, aren't they, for us? I always like to see the miles per hour, as I would if I had be the same, although it's not a cheat, because if I was riding normally I'd have the miles per hour here, and I constantly, when I'm riding along, keep a check on the miles per hour and cadence to try and keep that right, keep it steady. So I kind of need the miles per hour, and you guys need the mileage, and you don't want me to start it back and then you have to keep going, well, what is the mileage? It's 12.2 plus, whatever, you know. That's just annoying for you. Linda said that you've got some light up balls behind the camera, and she said that the wire and the thing had fallen off, and then she put the thing back on, but she didn't put the wire back on, and then the wire ended up on the roof. So she said, you must have put it on the roof. So I said I didn't, and I was thinking that maybe she actually did just have a dream that it fell off. I can actually see the cable is actually hanging down, so she's right, as always. I'm going to have to be very prepared. I'm going to take my jacket off, take my gloves off, shoot in, spruce my hands, back out. I'll have to ride with wet hands for a bit. Not because I've been for a wee, because I've washed my hands. That was a good boy. One mile to go before we stop. I'll put it quickly, flick it on to be right back so you can't hear anything. You won't hear me splish splashing about. Splish splash, got back in the bear. That was out of know there was a party going. No, shut up, Rich. Who sung that? I've got Barbara Streisand in there. That Barbara Streisand sung that? Can't be. Sounds like a man's song. I could probably do with is Linda to come out and turn the pedals around a little bit while I go to the loo. Then I won't lose the sensors then. That all is dependent on whether she's listening on Facebook. Because I'm not going to shout. Not when I've got the earpiece in, it'll deafen you. At least we'll definitely save the other sensors then, even if we lose the heart one. Speed it up a bit now. Didn't mean to do that. I think it's a combination of factors. Whew. I will in a minute, yeah. If you can just turn the pedals when I go for a wee. You're out of view there. I'm going to put the camera off anyway, and the mic off. When I get to 10, which is in 3/10 of a mile's, 3/10 of a mile's time. And I'll be as quick as I can. It takes a while to do a tenth of a mile when you're watching it. So you just need to turn the pedals around. I put it in lower gear. You just need to turn the pedal just once every few seconds, and it just keeps the sensors, the two sensors going. 9.9, one more to go. And then we're at 10.
So it's just turning it on one foot.
Yeah. I'll show you very quickly what you need once I've put the thing on. Stop kind of thing. I'll lose the heart rate, but I won't lose the others then. Right, we're on 10, so I'm going to stop now. Just going to put it on to be right back, which I will, hopefully. And we're back. Right, I'll pedal for a little bit longer because that's 1/10 has gone on to that. The Linda's pushed me for a tenth of a mile. Cheating. We'll get it back. I won't add that on to the overall score, just to be overall score. You know what I mean. I always add a little bit on to the distance that I have to go past the buildings anyway. So. Oh, pulling me. They have gripper things on here, so they're really difficult to get at the right height. There, that's better. Just following in the footsteps of Paula Radcliffe, and we're away again. Leave my jacket off for a minute. See whether I can. Good. What's that? There we go. Hope you're all still there. I am. Just. I'll check actually that Facebook's still running, just to make sure. Oh, I didn't want that. I wanted that. Yep, still up there. Cool. Adjust myself. That's better. It's still there. Hey. Soon coming up to the Angel of the North. Are we? Oh, cool. Give me a shout when we do, because I can't really see that kind of detail on the map. I wish I could see more. I keep saying I'm going to get that the old tablet of mine wound up. A tablet with a Japanese operating system on it, so it may not work that well. Can't work any worse than this system, can it? Just so I can see a nice size map and I can see all the chat and things. That'd be really good to have that there. If I move those lights like that and like that, I reckon it would fit in there perfectly. I don't know how I'd fit it in there, but it would. Have to find it and charge it. Oh, I haven't sorted tea out yet again. I am failing at the moment in those areas. What's the risk of a takeaway pizza delivery? How far do you reckon we're away from it, Lucy, Matt? Lucy, Matt. As opposed to a fitted mat. Oh, sun rays again, beautiful. Higher up at the moment, coming straight down through a little hole in the clouds. Got black cloud, big black clouds, big space of blue sky there. Blue sky all in the distance on the horizon. And then just at the end of the black clouds that the sun's hiding behind, there's a nice sun rays coming through. Of special significance to me, sun rays. Won't go into that now. Too emotional. I'll dedicate this ride to Joshua. Well, my meeting, like my seagull story, duck in pancakes. Now, for me, Ed, that doesn't do a lot for me. For Linda, that is her absolute favourite. I like the traditional, as in that it's probably very British and not very Chinese. Sweet and sour chicken balls. I do like deep fried. Well, you know, all the things that I like anyway, because we've had one or two Chineses together. Deep fried shredded beef, which is a favourite of Linda's and mine. There's like a Singapore noodle thing, which is that really fine. They do the really fine noodles. That's really nice. That one. Chop suey always is good. I like kung po and shui zhan. And it's got to be egg fried rice. There used to be a really good Chinese in Ensham that used to do a really nice Chinese omelette. That used to be my favourite, but having had omelettes at others, it's no longer really my favourite. They must have just done a really good one at that time. And my tastes have changed. I don't mind a Chinese omelette, but when you get those Chinese omelettes though, I mean, it's like a whole container full, isn't it? How many eggs must that be? That's got to be well over your normal daily quota, hasn't it? Oh, it's plane in the distance. Same one that's been flying around for the last 10 weeks probably. Nobody let it in. It's a military one. Cargo, I think. Looks like it's heading to Bryce Norton. It's definitely heading to Bryce Norton. So it's descending. It's gone past. Well, unless it's doing a circle to come back to RAF Fairford, because you obviously got the two air bases, which are both fairly significant ones. Just gotta go back on. I hope have we gone past the Angel of the North? We probably have, haven't we? Because I just noticed at the time of that one was 1914 and a quarter of an hour ago. Yes, there it is. I'll have a look on the map. Hey, that to do. Is that the little red sun? No, it's not the little red sun. Oh, why did the sun have to come out? I'm quite glad the sun's come out. I can see it now. Yep, little blue sign. Cool. So if I can see it, then you must be able to see it. Oh, don't go. Don't go. Let's go back on to that just to see. No, we still got signal. We got it. We're back. Thought we were going to lose us. I thought you were going to lose us. I was going to lose you even. Don't want to lose you just as we're going past the Angel of the North. Right. But yeah, the internet was well up in the 2000s. 2000 kilobytes. Should be plenty. 2400. Oh, went down to 19. Might drop a little bit. So I'll let you marvel at the said structure. Never really seen it in the flesh because I'm usually, if I'm going up north, I'm down the other side, M6 and that lot. So one day I need to go and have a look. Can you go right up to it? Is there a road up to it? I want to look. See if I can. I guess you can somehow get onto that other road there. Might be a little footpath up to it. It reminds me actually, that Angel of the North. It does. There's a sculpture that I've seen which I thought was absolutely amazing. The Angel of the North is all metal, isn't it? There's a sculpture. What do you call it? You know, like where there's loads of them all around. Looks like you're going into a farm. This is up north. This is, where was it? No, it's not up north. Near Shrewsbury, actually. Not far from Shrewsbury, but I'm not sure. It was a little bit of a journey, but I went there with my children. I think we all went, and future son-in-law. And they were all metal sculptures, you know, a lot of them made with like bits of scrap metal and things like that. And there was this one, I don't think it was completely finished, but it was inside, because it was inside this building and you could only see it through windows. And it was a figure, an angel. It must have stood Ooh, I don't want to exaggerate because you always do when you sort of think of these things. I'm just trying to think how much taller it was than me, or how many of me it was. So 1, 2. It was at least 4 of me. Could have been 6. So 30. Yeah, it was at least 30 foot tall. I think it was more than that. I can't remember. I'd have to have a look at the blurb on it and where it is exactly. So it's this angel, and it's completely made out of knives, all sorts of knives. And it's kind of a political statement because all the knives that it's made out of were collected from knife amnesties. So they were all knives, and a lot of them actually involved in knife crime, or they were knives that have been allowed to be released from evidence, which I guess normally they destroy, and they were allowed to get hold of all these knives. So, and the money raised, there's obviously a collection box for it, kind of thing, and it was all raised to help people who are involved in knife crime and help people get out away from, all that kind of stuff. So I'll look it up, or you could look it up on YouTube. Angel made completely of knives. See if you can find it. When you see it, and then you read it, and you see the knives, and some of them have got stuff on them. None of them have been cleaned. You can tell. So yeah, I won't go into details of that, but obviously it's quite an emotional piece. Emotional is not the right word for it, but you know what I mean. Thought-provoking, quite a thought-provoking piece. I thought you must be able to. I was trying to picture whether I've seen people photographed right up close to it. I mean, obviously, majority of the British population, I guess, has seen it from the road, apart from me. I've seen the Wicker Man down the other end of the country. That's not quite as impressive, but it is still impressive. I think that's gone now. Who liked that stream? I didn't see that. Somebody liked that stream. I couldn't see the name at the top. I want to scroll back, but I can't now. I'll mess everything up. See if I can. Turn it sideways. I won't be able to see your chat for a few seconds, but it'll be worth it just to be able to. Oh, actually, yeah. While I'm watching like this, I think I can still see when the chat comes up. At the very least, I can put it like that. I probably just turned away and missed it again now. Georgia! I'm glad I went back and looked at that. Georgia loves Alice, which is a very weird name. I kind of know a bit of the significance, but not entirely the whole story. Maybe I shouldn't probe. Because that's my daughter, eldest. Georgia will remember that if she's watching, if she can chat. The sculpture place that we went to near your place, which had the angel made entirely of knives, the massive angel. Lots of other things there, like insects and giant insects, and there's a big gorilla there as well. I can't remember what the place was called. See if you can get on chat and help me out, or are you going to be shy and hide? like to introduce Matt to Aaron, Georgia. They're very similar in kind of physically as well, actually. Not entirely. It's not like they look like twins or anything like that. I think they really get on with each other. Are you there, daughter of mine? Hello, Dortio. I need to put YouTube back on, else I won't be able to see the chat. Here we go. This is probably too much of an embarrassment, seeing her father displaying himself in tight lycra. Mammal. I am officially a mammal. Today I am a mammal. Well, not the bottom half isn't. That's still proper shorts. Well, not say proper shorts. They're not proper shorts. That's the whole point. More baggy shorts. Top half on a mammal. Very rusty. I just noticed that comment. Is it? So it's like a brown angel of the north now. That's okay. That kind of works, I guess. Sometimes they're designed to go rusty, aren't they? But I thought it'd get cooler as the evening went on. It's actually getting a little bit warmer. But we need to have a drink. I haven't really had a sip, have I? Have a little bite of my peanut nutter. Which end do you open? I'll say that end. Which end do people open when they open a bar? You got the right in there. Do you open the side where the right starts, the side where the right in ends? Or do you just not care and just open it? I mean, nearly everybody does it with a packet of crisps. You always open the top, and you could open either the top or the bottom, couldn't you? Except on those comedy moments when you try and open the top, and they end up the bottom opening. Oh, I just noticed I've got both lots of chat up there now. No, I haven't. Oh, I was going to say I didn't have Facebook up there, but nobody's chatted on Facebook anyway, unless Facebook chat is not working. That could be it. Maybe Georgia has tried to chat to me and has not been able. Ping me a text if you can't chat on Facebook, George. Oh, I just realised I'm also down to 40% on my phone. Didn't fit the charger back on. There we go. soon ping back up, hopefully. Did I notice that? The phone would have gone off very soon. So I'll leave that on the multi-stream. Ah, it's working. It is. I can see. It's just the multi-stream isn't working for YouTube, so but the multi-stream's working for Facebook. So that's cool. I mean, at least I can see the Facebook on there and I can see the YouTube on there. So at least I theoretically won't miss any chat. Other than the fact if I physically miss it, I apologise if that happens. Feel absolutely free if you said something that you or asked me a question and I haven't answered it, because I will try and answer all questions or reply to all chat. So if I haven't, I am not going to get upset if you write it twice. Sometimes with dyslexia you kind of miss things, so if it's already gone by, my brain will sometimes skip that one, like it did with the rusty, very rusty, because I think I'd focused on the back on. I hadn't seen the one after that. It's the back on and then on your left now kind of thing. And I missed out the very rusty and saw that, yeah, you can go right up to it, because that was, I don't know, maybe that's what I was looking for. Thanks for checking that, checking that, Ed. Well, I think you're on Facebook, aren't you? So. Yeah, where it's coming up on. See, I'm not seeing the chat that comes up on the screen itself, next to the map. That's not the one I can read. I don't have a picture that big enough to be able to read it. So what I have is the chat that you get underneath YouTube if you've got it on the long ways, because I can read that on there. And then on the OBS system, it puts both, or should, when it's working properly, it puts both lots of chats together down the right hand column. So when that's working really well, it's good because I see all the chat in one go there. And then so you've got two choices with the chat on that column. You can either have your Prime account, which mine is the YouTube one, so you just have one lot of chat, or you can have the multi-stream, which should bring up both. But what mine tends to do is either bring up both or only Facebook for some weird reason. But whatever happens, I find a way I can see both lots. What I hadn't was when I said, oh gosh, I suddenly realised that I'd left it on YouTube, so I wasn't even looking at the Facebook chat. The easiest way, obviously, to have a lot of money, buy another phone and another tariff, and have a Facebook phone and a YouTube phone next to each other. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not quite that stupid yet, or rich. Yeah, I'll just go out and get a couple of Samsung 10s. There's a new one now, isn't there? I think something that's superseded. Joe's back. Oh, I got your guess. I got a 22. I got your guess just as it crashed. Your guess came up and you went down, or it went down. Welcome back, Joe. I think that was the last time. I think we haven't had a crash since then. We had a moment where I had to shoot off, go wee-wees, which is why we don't have a heart rate monitor at the moment. And Linda cranked the pedal around very slowly for me to keep the other sensors going, so I didn't lose the map. So we have a 0 on the heart rate. That doesn't mean that I'm no longer with you. I am still here. I've got to fix this trainer. It's a bit something not quite right, but not totally wrong. Sean's in his usual place, Facebook land. Well, usual place watching this. I don't mean he stays on Facebook all the time. He's too busy gaming to do that. Hello, Sean. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Friend. You have to repeat yourself, huh? See, I can see both lots. Sean likes my stream. You're mad. Oh, you've liked it again because you're on there now. You went from that one to that one. So I suppose in theory I should wait until it goes. No, that's right. No, if I say it on that one like I did, then I've said it when it comes up, haven't I? That's right. Orange shorts. I have some orange shorts. Oh, you're here too. I see you there. I see you here. I see you everywhere. He's a man of two camps. It's deja vu. Oh, I'm speechless. What else can I talk about? I don't know. Maybe I just need to concentrate on cycling a little bit. Nobody's told me what days they've had. Everybody tell me what kind of day you've had in no more than 4 or 5 lines. And then watch the chat go. Well, if you all do that, you probably just ignore me now. I'm interested. I care. I've had an okay day. Just a little weird. Oh, I just realised, I thought as well that we lost Nick because Nick had just got on the stream when it all went wrong. And he had spent a few minutes watching the wrong one as well. So I hope he's not doing that now. I hope he's either busy, which he very well could be. He's a busy man. He might be out doing some food deliveries. That's not his job, although he does do deliveries because he's a postman. Yeah, helping the needy. That's kind of his. Well, I say it's not his job. It's kind of his job because he's made it his job. Delivering food to people who need food. I don't mean just people that are hungry. I mean, people that need food. Excuse me, Nick. A bit hungry. Can you bring a Mars bar around? I don't think it works like that. He does a sterling job. Him and his wife are very, very kind, nice people. Actually, pretty much everybody that I know, everybody that I'm friends with, are very nice, kind people. Quite lucky in that way. I suppose you wouldn't be friends with them if they weren't, would you? So, Sean says, dealing with annoying people, always interesting. And that's a nice version of my day. Yeah. The words won't come up in chat if you give the full frontal version of it. And Joe, busy, drank lots of tea, ate lots of chocolate, dealt with complaints. Oh, so you're both dealing with annoying people. Well, not annoying people necessarily. I suppose you can still be friendly when you make a complaint. Oh, but you did. People need to stop moaning. So your days were filled with dealing with the moaners. Right, I'll try not to moan. I moaned about slightly, but I was not in a bad mood in any way, because I found it quite amusing. I started the stream up about 15 minutes before the past, but then I had to do a couple of things because it wasn't quite working, so I extended the time, but it was still running at that point. So I put the timer on for, I think, 22. Eventually went onto the stream, the bit where this bit comes up, and I think as soon as I said hello, everything just disappeared. So it wasn't like there was an actual technical issue at the beginning. It was just dumb luck that that's the time it decided to pack everything up. And then the computer wouldn't. I had to keep trying to turn the computer off and turn it back on, but it wouldn't turn off. And I knew I really wanted it to turn off because when the computer properly turns off, obviously it does fix a lot of those BIOS stuff, and it wouldn't. And I turned it off. You might have had that before, like laptops and things like that. You turn it off, and it just won't go off. The screen goes off, but it just keeps whirring away. The little start button is still lit up, kind of thing. So you end up having to hold the button down to force it to turn off, which I didn't want to start the stream in that position. So I tried it about 5 or 6 times. In the end, I kind of gave up and thought, well, okay, it does start, so let's go for it. Went for it, and I think we got going pretty much once that was all over and done with. So yeah, just 3/4 of an hour again of fiddling about. But once it got going, we had that one drop out, and then we haven't had one since then, which is kind of good because that one was about 5 miles. So I thought, well, if we had one every 5 miles, I could just about deal with that. And we've done 12 miles, I guess, since the last time it happened. So I passed the every 5 mile bit, so that's good. Exceeded expectations. And all she does is drink tea. She's a professional tea drinker. So that'd be a good job. Probably wouldn't. You'd probably get sick of tea in the end, wouldn't you? They do. You do have professional tea tasters, don't you? They are revered in the factories that they work in. Each batch of Tetleys is not allowed out of the factory until the professional tea taster has tasted it. Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? Got stuck then. Yeah, I can imagine, Joe. But they're on your book. Why can't I have spaghetti? Because we haven't got any. Nobody has. Good job you don't supply toilet paper. Do all the shops have toilet paper now? Because obviously I haven't seen a shop for quite a long time. I just wondered what the state of shops are now. So, that's the yeah. I guess the political thing's done. So most people are probably back watching again now. So I'm going to quickly show you Dave Irwin's gaff. Had a little text chat with him. He seemed really nice. He even offered to put my fundraising thing on his social media, which, as I found out, I didn't choose him for that reason. I chose him because the place looked nice and it looked a reasonable price for what you were getting in that area. What I'm talking about is the number 16 in Seaham, where I shall be virtually staying tonight. Yeah, so that was very nice to him, because that's not the reason I do it. Obviously, I do it just to say that I can understand your plights at the moment and just want to give them a little support, kind of thing. So this does look nice, and the reason why, as I say, you may have a little bit more social media following than anybody else. Well, not anybody else, obviously. But as I was doing it, I was kind of looked. I recognise some of these rooms. I think because when I came off and obviously backspaced and went back onto Google, I saw the words 4 in a bed. So unless I'm very wrong, because that was in amongst a load of number 16 Seahams Google list search, that he's been on 4 in a bed. So I'm going to show you the pictures now, actually. So there is number 16. It's the one with the big number 16 on it, by the way, just in case you can't see that. And the rooms, they all kind of got that kind of like sea feel to them. There's quite a few pictures of the rooms. Obviously it's Seaham, so it's very close to the sea, as you can see by that picture of that beautiful sunset. I guess that is somewhere in Seaham, or near Seaham. And the food looks nice. That full breakfast there, I'll give that one a go. In fact, I'll have all of that. That'll be my breakfast, all 4. I can't quite see what the one in the bottom right is, but it still looks yummy. I can definitely see the breakfast because I looked at that before I put the pictures up. So that is the B&B at Seaham. And we're back with my beautiful little transition. I love that. I'm going to watch it myself on here because I haven't got to the transition yet. You've seen it now. It's my turn to see it. So, if you are on in the background and watching, Dave, it was nice to talk to you. I hope all goes well for you. No, I'd have to, sorry Dave, I'd have to admit that. There's nothing like a dockle breakfast. Obviously you're very competitive, so you've got those things that you're probably saying, oh, I could beat one. I don't care what a dockle breakfast is, I'd beat that. No, it's a place we have been on a few occasions for a family breakfast, which my wife's side do, because that's what they do. And it's very, very pleasant. Yeah, I will be looking forward to the next time I can have a dockle breakfast. I'll also be looking forward to try and make sure, if and when we do the proper ride, that I have a number 16 breakfast as well. Then I can definitely tell you then. When you write it like that, like a dockle breakfast, it kind of sounds like it's obviously, it doesn't sound like a place, it sounds more like it's a type of breakfast. And there's probably people thinking, what's a dockle breakfast? What do you get in a dockle breakfast then? Is it like got some special things? Like, is it like a full English with a piece of steak or something? Oh, you could probably have that there if you wanted, couldn't you? What was that? What was that? Something about WhatsApp. Oh, that's not good. My WhatsApp code was requested. That's not my telephone number. Oh well, that may be something I've got to sort out. Oh no, it's alright. That's alright. I was worried for a minute somebody was hacking my WhatsApp. No, I only use WhatsApp for a few things. It is a group that I have. So it's people chatting on WhatsApp in that group. I'll turn it off if I have the inclination. Let it carry on as it is. Oh, I just realised as well. I'm just going out of this. I've got yes, it is actually. Someone's requesting my WhatsApp. Look at this. Fraud on a live stream. Your WhatsApp code, blah, blah, blah. You can also tap on the link to verify. I don't think so. Don't share this code with others. Block number. Thank you. Yes. I don't care who you are, what you're trying to do. Delete the conversation, block the number. Bye bye. that one's a real one. Goodie bag expires on the 15th. Oh, it expires on my birthday. I'll have to. It's a reoccurring goodie bag anyway. Oh, there we go. Narrowly avoided being defrauded on live stream. Drama. See, not just riding, we get drama as well. Needed some tense music in the background then, really, didn't I? What I really need to do is get cycling. I need to get YouTube back on now. There we are. Just so I can see the chat. Oh, the sun's bright. Not drinking enough. Oh, actually not too bad. This is a bit weak, it tastes of water. I hate water. One of the worst tasting drinks in the world, water. Jacket will have to go back on in a bit. Temperature's starting to go down now, the sun's heading towards the horizon. Can you see the Sean and Joe? I don't know. So I still haven't been around your house yet, have I? Well, not like round. Do you get a view of the view that we get at the back garden kind of thing? Can you see the sun at the moment? It's quite impressive in that area of cloud. That'd be the same view that like Ed and Anita gets. But with the angle that they see it, mean that it'd be in a different place in the clouds. Definitely, yeah, it'd be different, wouldn't it? Thinking about it, yeah, because yeah, they're probably seeing it through those clouds at the moment. There's just this like band of dark cloud with some little bits in front of it, and it's kind of in amongst the little bits, like a landscape more than a sun. Oh, now I can't see anything. I literally cannot see much at the moment. If I take those off, no, I can see even less. Big sunspot in my eyes now. Close my eyes for a minute, make it go away. For those that don't know, well, most of you do, I've got quite light sensitive eyes. So actually, probably a lot of people are actually looking out now, thinking it's quite dark. Not if you're seeing a picture of me, because it still looks quite light because of the camera. But everything always looks light to me, even when it's quite dark. Which is cool. The future's so bright, I've got to wear shades. Oh, all right. Go and climb on your roof and have a look. It's amazing. Well, it's moved now. It's just like a sun on top of a cloud now. I'll keep looking at it. I'm going to stop looking at it for a minute because it's kind of right at eye line. So excuse me if my head's down a little bit. do you think of me new shorts and top then, Joe? Oh, my nose again. Ah, go away. Boop. Thank you. So, for those watching it after the live stream, we just had a little dropout on the internet, so obviously I would have spliced those two things together, so you'll just see a little jump, or would have just seen a little jump in the mileage. That's the reason why I had to reconnect it, but obviously I've got to keep the pedals turning slightly. So we're now back on again, and I will carry on till the next time it goes off, or the end, whichever comes first. Well, actually, no, I won't carry on till the next time it goes off. I'll carry on past that, because I'll restart it again until we get to the end. I'll just check now. I can't check that he's up on Facebook yet, but thank you, Linda. Let's go on to, yeah, so we've got it on YouTube. Cool. I haven't had anything yet to say that it's back on Facebook. It doesn't look as though it is. It's not. It suggests it's not going to come back on Facebook. So I will use this bit because it's got the mileage on it, but I'm going to have to go off YouTube and back on again just to try and catch Facebook. So apologies if you've just got back on YouTube, but there'll be for those who don't know, I already said it in the last bit anyway. We've had a second dropout now, or had to have a second dropout in the internet. I'm hoping that this one is now working. So I'm going to do a little bit of riding like that and a little bit of riding like that, so I can edit the two together and say there will be just a little bit of mileage and a tiny bit of road missed out. But it was done, I assure you. I have to keep the trainer running while we're doing this. Otherwise, oh, pardon me, it won't work. So, I'm just going to have a look on YouTube now because that's the first one that comes up. And it's not there, which suggests that this is not going to work. So I don't think, oh, no, it's there. Come up on Facebook now. Can't see it on YouTube. That's definitely not it. Oh, yes, it is. Cool. Back up and running. Right, we're back up and running on both now. So I do a little bit of riding like this because I don't know what position I was in when it last went off. just enough to be able to catch it in the editor. Kind of sounds silly me talking about this, so I'll shut up for a second. We are on. We are on. We are on. I said we are on 3 times because I need to be able to edit the 2 bits together. And I'm freezing now. But I couldn't put my jacket on because obviously I've got to edit those things together and it looked a bit silly when I come to edit it. Suddenly a jacket appeared. Although a cup of tea has magically appeared between the two. So, although that'll only be a few seconds between the two. So I'm just going to go and put my jacket on now because it is in a wee bit nippy. I think I can just about get away with my sunglasses off. I certainly will need them off in a second. Hello again, Sean. Hello again, Ed. That's better. Right, let's get cycling before it goes again. Get done. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. It's time to get home. Yum, yum. We've got nothing, viewers. We've got 5. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome to the stream. As you see, we've already done 21.4 miles. We've got a bit left. If you want to join in or just watch the last bit. We're going up to the, as you can see by that line on the bottom, going up that hill, and then we've got a nice downhill to our finishing point at number 16, Seaham. That is, so it's 5. Could be, morning Joe, Ed, Linda, and Matt and Lucy. Oh, actually that could be the 5 regulars, unless some of them haven't found the new stream yet. Is it easy to find the new stream when it goes off? Well, I can, but I guess it's kind of centered around because I just go straight onto my channel, I suppose, and it comes up with my channel stuff. Or is it a pain in the bum? It's a bit of a pain in the bum for me. I restarted it about 4 times, and each time I thought it was the real thing because it would kind of come up, you know, it comes up with a chat bit beside it, but it didn't. I usually know when I hear that kind of a little ting and a little message pops up saying, visit, watch my charity ride here. And I know at least the Facebook ones, because it loaded up on YouTube on one of the goes, but Facebook didn't. So I cut my losses on that one because I wanted to come back on both, obviously. So I turned it off, and then I got oops, something went wrong, which comes up sometimes when it's loaded one and not the other again, or one of them's still running in the background, and then it loaded, and I got the messages. Hello again. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Multi-stream's not coming up. The chat's not coming up either, actually, is it? I can see it on. You're both on YouTube now, aren't you? I'll do the old chat box fix. Make it disappear. And then put it back again. You probably can't see me. That's what's going on when I do that. It probably looks like I'm doing nothing, doesn't it? Because it's all green line stuff which you won't see. Chat box. I had a chat box which always comes up far too big, and then I make it smaller, click it onto that bit, make it a little bit bigger until it hits the top of the duration clock, and then hopefully that will populate with your chat, your hellos and things in a minute, or not. If it doesn't, I don't know. We just carry on. Probably frustrating because you can't see your own chat. So I'll read them to you. There's only 3. Ed says, we are on. And then Sean says, hello again. And then Sean says, hello, question mark. Because I guess you can't see the chat. Sometimes what kicks it off, and we'll see whether it'll work. If I write hello, and I'll put YT, because that's the one I'm doing there, and then see whether that comes up. Probably not. Nope. Does it come up in my YouTube chat here? Yeah, see it's there. You can see them there in the YouTube bit. I can't see it on the multi-stream, and I can't see it in the chat box. So let's go out of that. Let's go into Facebook. Click on watch my ride. Click on the chat. Click on that. And that's come up. And then it starts populating. There you go, see? Just needed me to give it a kick up the bum with a hello. Woohoo! And I like it. I like it. And I'll go back out of Facebook because I don't need that now. And so the Facebook's up on there, and the YouTube can be up on here. YouTube. Hello, YouTube. That's Night Kingdoms. I stole that. It's probably copyrighted. Hello, YouTube. Used to do content, a little bit of content with him in a kind of way, which is good fun. On Wylands, that's what it was on Wylands. That's a long time ago. Good gamer if you want to watch him stream. Night Kingdom? No, not Night Kingdom. No, Night Kingdom is a scam server. Oh, what was his name? What was his name? It's Night something. It's not Night Rider. Can't think of his name. Hello again and again and again. Hello again, Sean. I'm just going to take my earpiece out because it's hurting. Oh, that feels nice. There we go. Well, I've had to keep the pedals turning, so you've probably done a couple or three tenths that you'll see suddenly jumped, but they have been ridden. Some of it on the side of the bike. Oh, I've got my suspension off. Turn the suspension on there. It's better. Sorry, turn my suspension off, not on. So I'm going to now check on YouTube to see if I've got a live. There we go. Yes, so I've got YouTube up there. Just waiting for the Facebook one now to go ping. Facebook's on. That may not happen, or it may. We don't know yet. If it doesn't, I will probably just carry this going on the YouTube for now, mainly because every one of you guys who wrote that? Is that on Facebook? Yes, it's a nightmare full stop actually. It just keeps going on and off, but it is what it is. The good news for me is that, well, and that's also proved it as well, is that Facebook is now up and running, because I'd got the YouTube up and running, but the Facebook sign hadn't happened. So I'm pedaling away now, because I know that I now have YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to get YouTube up there. At least the chat's come straight up. YouTube up there. I'm going to bung a hello in the chat and see if that comes up on. See where that comes up. Oh, good. So the good news is, stream's back up and running. I have multi-stream chat, so I can see both on there, and I can see them clear as day now because the sun's gone in, so that's brilliant. There's lots of brilliant things, apart from the fact that it keeps going off. We're 23 miles into it. My legs are feeling really good today. I wish that I'd made it a longer distance. No, I don't actually. I think I made it about the right distance. Yeah, and my bum's good. The only thing that's hurting, and it is hurting quite a lot at the moment actually, is is my earpiece. Which is a bit of a pain. Because it's quite painful, and I just thought of something actually that I could do. Don't worry, none of these things will have any reflection on whether we stay on or go off the stream. They don't affect the internet whatsoever. You can bear with me a second because my ear really is hurting. I'm going to see whether or not. I don't know how that's managing to capture anything when it's turned itself off. Can you hear me? I'm hoping that you got sound there. That just gives me a little bit of relief on my ear. Let me know whether you can hear me or not, or whether it's too loud or too quiet. I do. I'm hoping that that's about the right volume level. Yes, says Ed. That's good. Yes, we can hear you, says Joe. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, my ear is killing me. Oh, I'm going to take it out now. Right, hopefully we've only got one lot of, yeah. One lot of audio. Have we got one lot of audio? Still hear me? Very quiet. Are you sure that's very quiet? Let me try and bring that right round to there. I'll speak up. Is that better? Sean can hear me. Hello, Miles, by the way. Thank you. Very quiet, not like you. I'm sure it's not quiet now. Oh, that is such a relief to take that out my ear. And it's keeping my ears warm. How are you, Miles? We've got a few miles still left to do. So, welcome on board. Yeah, I was getting... My legs are really good today. My bum is not hurting too much. But my ear was getting very, very sore with that earpiece. So I just put this in to give me a rest. This is my sort of secondary means to microphone. I don't like wearing it because it kind of is not what you'd wear if you were cycling. If you're going to wear anything, you'd have a little inner earpiece like I had, and obviously, but these are my gaming headphones and they are extremely comfortable. You can wear these for hours and you'd never notice you were wearing them. Lovely to wear. Bad news, Rich. What? What's bad news? What's bad news? Yes, I am. Trust me. I'm moving. I'm not moving. That's okay. That's fixable, and we get the heart rate back as well. It's a shame because it's going to extend this ride a little bit more. You're right. That's very weird though, because why has the speed gone off? Because we have power, we have cadence. That's what it needs to read the speed. Okay, no problem. I don't have to turn the stream off. I just have to adjust your at some stage very soon. The bit that's got the map on will go black. Do not panic. I wonder if I can pause it and then start again. It's definitely done the 10th of the mile that I got. I cheated when I got Linda doing it for me while I went for a wee. No, it's not coming back. Okay, so I need to take a note, which is quite good that where it is, because that should be quite easy to recognise that on the map. Seaham Grange. That sounds good as well. Seaham, because that's where we're going. I like seeing a name on a map. So I need to get out of everything. Get my camera up. We can have this done in minutes, honestly. Probably. Take a little picture of that. And I'm going to just scroll out so I can get an idea myself. Look at that. Exactly where that is. Cool. And now I need to go back out the map. Yes, I do want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. Okay, so we are out of that. I now want to, you're not seeing any of this, I'm sorry, but you can see me, and that's, oh, and I've just taken another picture. Oh well, let's just leave that there a sec, don't take any more pictures. I just need to double check. Yeah, well, all the Bluetooth sensors are there, that's cool. Let's go back into the trainer. Right, we need lots of positive energy at this point. Okay, we want to see the trainer, the heart rate, and the cadence and the power turn from red to green. 4 separate little kind of lights. Cadence has, trainer has, power has. Come on, heart rate. You know you want to. It's there. Come on, go green. Go green for me. It's not wanting to. There we go. Yes, yes. Right, that's the first bit. Now this is where we really want masses of positive energy. When I click this green button that you can't see here, because you just can see a black screen, I won't click it yet. I will click it about now. No, I won't. I don't want to click it yet. Duh. I want to edit the map, don't I? Phew, that was lucky. So we're going to go right down to about there. Bring that up. Should have done the editing first. Take that to about there. I think that was about it. I can have a look on my picture now. So what I'm doing now is just making the map exactly the same. So in exactly the same place. Oh, that's a lot nearer than that. No, is that right? No. I'm saying about there. That'll do. Okay. Save that. Map 22. Not far to go. That's good news. Should have looked so I could tell you how far, but it's not far. Let's see whether all of that comes up. Oh, I don't think you were positive enough, guys. Not for the first time anyway. Mind you, it very rarely comes up on the first time. Don't you worry about it. We'll get it. I'm not blaming you. I know you're all willing it as hard as you can. Let's have another go, shall we? Let's give it a will. Right, 4 green lights is what we're after. Got 4 red ones at the moment. Come on then. Let's see you change colour. Diddle-a-did-do-do. Nope. No joy. Doesn't want to. Okay, maybe we give up on that one. Oh, we got the heart rate monitor up first. That was one to go up last time. Cadence has come. Just waiting for trainer and power. And then we can go on to the next page. While I'm on this page, just in case anybody wanted to know, the total distance I've actually ridden since I began this is actually 548.3. Obviously there's a lot of mileage done that I don't count in unless it's actually on the road on these rides. So half a century gone past. Right, come on, you're a tiny little map and it's all downhill. Surely you're going to load up for me today. Are you going to load up? Come on, come on, you know you want to. Da-dun, da-dun. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you, power? Yes. Thank you, guys. Positive energy. So I better let you see the benefits of this now. I'll put it back on. Oh, actually, before I do that, I'll just scroll in a little bit closer. Oh, I'm already nearly over the railway line. I don't know what it is actually. I think it's a railway line. Right, let's get the trainer back up. Elite trainer, options, my elite trainer. Done. There. There. Right. And we're nearly there. I'm sure we're nearly there. So, move that cursor into a safer place. So we need lots of positive thoughts now that the internet's not going to go out for the 1500th time in the stream. It's getting cold, you know, and the lights in the garden are coming on. I imagine Linda's had her tea already. I wouldn't blame her in the least. It's that late. So, I'll say again, nice to see you, Miles. Hello again, Sean. And Joe. And Ed. I don't know if Matt's and Lucy's back on. But, We're on the homeward stretch, and I won't spare the horses. Homeward James. Might have to have these ready and waiting wide in every now and again, just to give my ear a bit of relief. I might have to wear them for the stream tomorrow, depends on how my ear feels in the morning. Sticking things in your ears is never a good idea, and I have a reputation with my ears. Cost me a fortune in Malaysian hospital. So here we are in Seaham. I'll let you see it as well, Mars. I don't know if Joe and Sean saw it. And I was speaking to David Irwin, who owns the place. Wished him well in these difficult times for people in the hospitality business. Seemed a really, really nice chap. So I wish him well. And if he gets to watch this, or if he's been watching it, yeah, hope you get through it all okay. And look forward to hopefully a day when I can come and stay there, stopping off on a push bike. We're coming, Dave. Nearly there. Get the kettle on. As I say, when I looked on Facebook, when I came back off it, Matt Smith is back on. He's well, Matt Smith has turned into Lucy Gallagher has turned into Matt Smith and is back on, but they're both there, I'm sure. I don't know if I showed you. I'm going to put it back on again just for a few seconds. When I googled it, because I didn't look into that side of it, but it came up that I saw the words next to one of the Google lists. You know, when you put the name of the place, obviously you get a list of things that you can click onto, and one of them said 4 in a bed, which I don't think means that's what they encourage there. I think that means that they were probably on 4 in a bed, which I guess is why it looks so nice. But if I remember rightly, when I looked these up, everywhere I looked up for the best value for money places there, so I don't think it was unreasonable. So hopefully we can have a little stay there when we do the real bike ride. Whew. Oh, I just realised what I didn't do. I didn't take... Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Please let me say that I've got the mileage. If not, I'll have to tell you tomorrow. I'll have to go back on the stream and have a look. No, I got it. Cool. 23.7. So the mileage will be 23. Oh, I just put my pen in instead of taking it out. 23.7. Let's just write that down because I won't remember it by the time I get to the end, which isn't far away. So it's whatever it is now, or whatever it will be, plus 23.7. At least I can tell you who's won the mileage game. Put that back in there. So, oh, don't stop cycling. That's a tough gear to get going again once you stop on it at this time of the day. Although, as I say, legs are good. Legs are good. Tomorrow's another day. Let's hope it's another day of legs being good. I think I got one pretty long ride over the weekend. Try and do one longish and one even longer. And over this I stop at, I'm going to be stopping where I used to live, where I grew up, in the next few stages, I think, next week or two. So thanks for persevering and dipping in and out. Much appreciated. And I think I nearly broke my phone then by squishing it in the wrong place, but it is alright. It's better. Right. So, all the figures are working. The internet's working. The bike is moving along. I don't know how exactly much further we got to go, probably a couple of miles or something. Maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. No, definitely not 6. I hope. Ah, and I'm hungry. I need a drink. Bear with me. I forgot something. Oh no. That was a disappointment. Thought I still had some tea left. Right, get there. La 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 la. Thought I'd lost the audio then. Oh well. I don't need another cup of tea till I finish. I don't want to sit on that wire either. That's better. Hasn't exactly been hot this evening. My Facebook page has some weird things going on. I don't know what they are. Weird little graph things at the bottom of our... That'd be really annoying because you wouldn't be able to see the end of the line. Look like 3 fingers going up and down. I don't know if any of you guys have got that. That's not anything I put there, but the line is there. You can see the line. The end of the line is there. Tell me there's a box there. No, there's nothing there. That must be something Facebook puts up. How very weird. Oh, it disappears when I do that. So I can see people in Facebook and see people in YouTube. That's good news. And I can now, more importantly, see the finish line. So what are we going to be close to? 23.7, 25.7, 25.9. Oh, I think I know it's going to be. It was Ed for a minute, but I think it's just slowly slipping away from Manchester United and heading towards Luton. I am sad to say. And both the guys involved in that, I think, know exactly what I mean. Ed was closest with 25. The distance now is 26.1. So we are heading to the person who guessed the furthest of all. And I'll just, oh, don't drop that. I'm going to have to carry it now because I can't either. And the guess that was the furthest of all was 26.3, and that was guessed by Matt. Well done, Matt. I think needs to have won the last two, so he wrestled it back off her. And here we come up to the finish. Not quite yet, but nearly there. We are there. Nearly. No, we're still going. Come on. Yeah, we finished. Hooray. Cool, that took a bit of getting that last little bit. So, not without its problems, which has made it a very long one, so I am extremely grateful for all of you for sticking with it, and possibly see you tomorrow if you feel like coming along. I will be here. I'll try and stay positive and cheerful. And I'll get off now because it's late and I think I need to get some tea. So, love and abundance, stay safe, peace out. Thank you. I just see in the positive comments. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it off now. Don't make me emotional.